happy to be here today, and thank you, Roma, and the entire team for inviting me. So I am the primary liaison for the creative industries at Promote Iceland. My division oversees all international marketing for both tourism and the creative industries. But for the creative industries, however, we have a very close relationship with the creative centers in Iceland, but I will come back to them a little bit later. So my role here today is to give you an insight into the importance of culture and creativity in raising the attractiveness of a country. But first, I want to go over the story of the marketing of Iceland, dating back to 2008. So today I am focusing on the culture and creative industries in relation to tourism. So going back to 2008, the Prime Ministry of Iceland formed a group of specialists that analyzed the marketing for Iceland. In the report produced by the group, these were the main conclusions. There are 2 points here that are very important for what came next. That's the first and third point. So nature was most visible in the marketing material, and there was no platform for cooperation and conversation. And then suddenly we were in the middle of a crisis. And in 2010, this happened. So we were suddenly in another crisis, and with the international media all over us again. So for the first time, the Iceland Tourism, the government, the city of Reykjavik, and 80 tourism companies decided to work together to join forces. We created the largest marketing campaign for Iceland ever. It's inspired by Iceland. So what we wanted to do was to inspire the fans of Iceland to tell their stories to the world. We had people like Yoko Ono, Eric Clapton, Viggo Mortensen, Eli Roth, and many more, basically inspired fans of Iceland to tell their stories to the world through social media. At this time, the guiding light we had was that Iceland had never been more awake, literally. So how do you present this guiding light when, for obvious reasons, you can't rely solely on the marketing of Icelandic nature anymore? And that's when art, creativity, and culture become a big factor. We started working in an organized way with the creative centers in Iceland. So to begin with, we had to move fast. The partnership was formed in 1 week, the strategy was ready 10 days later, and in 1 month, everything was ready and we launched. So this video gives a better sense of what we were working on when the volcano erupted and how we responded.
There are warnings the debris could cause significant disruption to international services.
People of Iceland have always been proud and honored to share our country with others.
Pancakes with Iceland's president.
How would you like to name a country? Iceland actually wants you to do just that.
Okay, so at the same time as this was happening, there were actually changes happening in the organizational structure, and all marketing for Iceland was moved under one umbrella, and that is Promote Iceland. So the role of Promote Iceland is to support the competitive standing of Icelandic industries in foreign markets and to attract foreign tourists and investments to the country, and also to assist in the promotion of Icelandic culture abroad. Promote Iceland has advisory boards to the management board of Promote Iceland. So we have boards for many of the largest fields of industries in Iceland, including the creative industries. The advisory board for art and creative industries includes specialists from each field and relevant ministries in Iceland. This includes the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Industry and Innovation, and the Ministry of Culture and Education. And also, on the advisory board, we have a representative for each of the creative centers in Iceland. This is the Icelandic Design Center, the Film Center, the Music Export, the Icelandic Art Center, the Literature Center, and the Music Information Center, the Icelandic Gaming Industry, and Performing Arts. Apart from the advisory board, we also collaborate directly with each center on the projects that they are working on, as well as almost all PR for the creative industries, press trips, and marketing both on trade shows, specific art shows, and many more. So every year, we work on a strategy in collaboration with the centers, working on primary markets, largest and most important projects and festivals that we want to promote. So the creative centers are in every way an intricate part of the strategy to the marketing and promotion of Iceland abroad. So in all of our marketing at Promote Iceland, we focus on the following. It's getting the Icelanders involved and telling the stories with us, and also getting the industries involved. That is the creative industries, the tourism industry, the government, the municipalities on all levels, our embassies abroad, and more. The most important, though, is to get the visitors to tell the stories and to get them involved through our social media platforms. We try to tell the same stories through our channels. We have press releases, trade shows, advertisements, social media websites, and festivals and events in Iceland and in the key markets abroad. Now, for the marketing of Iceland in terms of attracting more visitors, we've kept the same focus. And these are the key messages in all of our stories. It's that we are adventurous, pure, creative, cultural, sustainable, and mysterious. Now, there are over 35 established creative festivals in Iceland all year round, all over the country. We collaborate with them on promotion through PR and our marketing efforts. So, for example, we collaborate with the festivals on inviting international media from all key markets to attend the festivals. The largest festival is Iceland Airwaves Music Festival. It's happening next week, actually. And it's a good example of how a showcase festival grew big enough to influence the tourism industry in the month of November, which is an off-season month in Iceland. So according to surveys, it's estimated that the total spend of visitors at the festival is around $12.5 million or 1.6 billion Icelandic kroners, which is a lot for a small economy like Iceland. Iceland Airwaves is also a benchmark for many of the other festivals, and some are at full capacity already, and others rely on tourism for growth. Now here's a good example of how we worked with the Iceland Airwaves Music Festival. We placed this little house that we used in a previous campaign on a public square in downtown Reykjavik and commissioned local artists to play in the house. We invited journalists to experience the smallest concert venue in the world and live streamed all of the concerts through our website and shared through social media.
It was really great. It was so cozy and really private, and you could really see how they were enjoying to play the music. It was nice to see them so close.
And was it the most intimate gig you've been to?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
So awareness of Iceland has deepened, and it's not only connected to nature anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, nature is still a huge part of what attracts visitors to Iceland, but in the last years we've seen areas of awareness grow. Other areas, that is. And culture is now the #2 factor in the decision-making of visitors deciding to come to Iceland, and it has grown from 12% in 2012 to 40% last year. So in the almost 5 years that I have been working at Promote Iceland, we've seen an average growth of 20 to 30%, depending on markets in tourism. This has given us new challenges, of course, but we've put together a new campaign that is focused on education. So we formed a special team of Icelandic tutors called the Iceland Academy. The aim is to help to enlighten tourists on how they can experience the best food, nature, art and culture, adventure, relaxation and well-being. All that Iceland has to offer in a safe and responsible way. So we collected 8 Icelanders who represent the diversity of the Icelandic culture and who have a passion to share their knowledge with guests. Each member of our Academy panel linked to an interesting area of the Icelandic culture that is relevant across the country. Now, I really wanted to show you the newest video, which is about festivals in Iceland, but they had to reschedule the shoot because of the weather. So I encourage you to have a look at it once it's online next month. But instead, here's a video about spa etiquette in Iceland. So now just to give you guys a heads up though, it's important to put this into context. We do use a lot of humor in our videos, because they're made, of course, for social media.
Hello, my name is Guðmundur. Welcome to Iceland Academy. In today's class, we'll be talking about one of our favorite activities, hot tubbing. We take hygiene very seriously, and everyone is required to take a shower before entering the pool area. So, remember the little rhyme? Head, armpits, crotch and toes, crotch and toes. Head, armpits, crotch and toes, crotch and toes. Head, armpits, crotch and toes. There we have it, squeaky clean. Now, on with the butter. Hot tubs are very important to the Icelandic people. In here, we are all equal, and no topic is off limits. So come to Iceland, where you feel nice, warm, and relaxed.
So in a subtle way, we're trying to teach people how to take a shower before they enter our pools. So to conclude, it is very important for us that culture and the creative industries are an intricate part of our strategy, and the collaboration with specialists in each field is key to the success of creating an authentic story. In terms of sustainability, the creative industries are one of the key factors in making the tourism industry truly sustainable. To be able to offer our guests cultural experiences and facilitating growth in areas outside of the capital city through tourism. Now, there are so many things that I would like to cover extra today, but hopefully this has given you a little bit of an inspiration on how we work with the creative industries at Promote Iceland. Thank you.